Okay, so welcome to the new Forex Trading London session live stream with your one and only host, Peeling Mindset. So today, what we're gonna do is we will be looking at GBP and gold side by side. So let's just open our charts. Let's go. Our daily deeds. Let's just not forget to do our daily deeds. Right, so we have to look at the calendar if there's any major calendar news and open up our chart simultaneously. So Tuesday today, looks like there's a Euro news and a pound news in about 18 minutes, and looks like it's not a high impact news, so that's good. Looks like a clean day here. On Thursday we have a major CAD news around New York session, so around New York stock exchange, so nothing to worry about today. So yesterday was a good trade actually. So from yesterday's analogy, yesterday's okay, so the marking of the charts are still there from yesterday. Okay, just give me a second. Hello. Okay, we do have people coming in from our Slack community. That's amazing, man. People are supportive here. People in our Slack community are really supportive. Really supportive. So what do I have here in the chat is drawings from yesterday. I actually hosted a stream yesterday as well. And just what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear out the drawings from the chart, and let's look at the chart. GBP from a higher time frame. So guys in the Zoom, if you want to speak out, if you just want to say hello, just unmute yourself and just yep. Just say hello. Okay. I'm still managing the Zoom. Okay, mute. Allow unmute themselves. No. And okay, so welcome to the Zoom community. Welcome to the YouTube community over there. So people are coming in. People are coming in. That's good. That's actually very good. So looking at the daily is still bullishing up. So there is a support right here at this point in time. This area here has been acting as a support. Yesterday's daily candle. So this daily candle right here. Okay, so yesterday's daily candle. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this. Our PC is slow. Wonder why. Okay, so we're gonna do this. We are gonna do this as well. And okay, so the annotation is not working. That's not good. Anyways, so yesterday's daily candle.
Hey, Arnold, how you doing, mate?
Good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad, thank you. Sorry to interrupt. I literally just put a chart on Slack. So when you can, if you just have a look at it, that would be great.
Wow, sure, 100%. So
Perfect, perfect.
is it in the London session tab? Is it?
Yeah, it's in the London session tab. That's where it
Oh
should
yeah,
be.
sure, 100%. GJ. So let's look at this. Hmm. Just give me a second. Let's copy link to the file and let's just paste it over here. Because I'm side by side, I'm actually doing the YouTube stream as well. So hopefully, if anybody, oh,
Oh,
okay,
right, nice.
yeah. Anyways, I'll just look at the chart from the Slack. So looks like 30-minute, 20 pip range from current support to 151, 150 target. Potential weak fill for the price if we close below 151, 350. No trade zone. Overall bias for this session is bullish, waiting for a candle to break and close above resistance to fill the wick at 151. Potentially continue moving upwards. That's good. Actually, yeah, that's something I was actually looking into the chart. And that's actually the same thing I'm looking into. So I haven't actually broken down the chart in YouTube. So if you don't mind, I'm going to break it down. Looks good actually. So your labeling looks
Yeah,
good.
sure.
Yeah, I
Perfect.
think
Thank you.
you're looking. Are you working with EMAs as well, or is this Bollinger Band?
So these are Bollinger Bands.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah. That makes sense. You actually chart seems
yeah,
really neat. So which is one of the best thing to start with, you know. So your chart looks clean, neat.
yeah,
I want to show the chart to the YouTube guys too, but I'm trying to work it out here. Let's see
yeah,
if I can. Oh, actually, I can download it. Perfect. That's good. So
yeah.
that's better. That's better. Okay. There you go. We got it. So 30-minute, yeah, and 30-minute is actually a really good time frame to base yourself in. So were you looking at any other time frame too for your confluence? Any other time frame?
Yeah, so I done a breakdown from the monthly to the weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour. In front of me right now, obviously the 4 hour it's opened an hour ago. Um, so we do have a bearish candle at the moment. Um, on the hourly as well, the previous candle formed support, but the current candle is bearish. So it's just really a waiting game just to see what happens if we break between the 30-minute support and the 30-minute resistance. But I am still looking at the hourly, the 4 hour as well, and the daily, which is bullish.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. That's good. Yeah, what I do is I
Yeah,
always, when I look at the chart, so this is one of the things I picked up. So when I look at the chart, I always like what you do. I always break down my chart from monthly to weekly to daily to 4 hour to whatever. I also actually look at
yeah.
2 hour, so it's a little bit inconvenient for
Okay.
yeah people who only see standard time frame. But it's actually the same thing. Just 2 hour for
Mhm.
me is like sort of adding more confluence. So yeah, you sound
Yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah. Sure, definitely,
Yeah, your idea sounds well. So
definitely,
if
definitely.
if I need to break down the chart for today, I mean it's still bullish. But the funny thing was yesterday the price moved around pre-New York uh, because of the crypto BOE news. So Bank of England they want to do something with the cryptocurrency, digital currency. So the price just started kicking up, right? So that's a little bit funny because that news actually was a old news, but we saw it on the Forex factory, for example. Mm, let's look at here. Were you trading New York yesterday?
Yeah, I kind of broke my trading plan, so I'm not too happy with myself for that. I took
Okay.
3 trades when really and truly I should only be taking 1 or 2. But yeah, I looked at the New York session. I caught some buys.
Yeah, this was the news that moved the price yesterday. So that was crazy. All of the investors putting in money in pound right now, and the pound gaining its strength, which is good. Yeah, this was the news that moved the
Right.
price.
We've got news today coming out as well.
On what pair was it?
This is on the pound. So we've got claimant count change. If you go on the news section for today, uh, I think we're expecting lower numbers than what we previously had. So I'm not sure how that could affect GJ. Obviously, if we have bigger numbers than forecasted, then it's good for GJ. So we'll be looking for buys. But if we have um, lower numbers, then I suppose it could affect GJ to the downside.
True, true. And looks like it's
But I
a
doubt it highly.
yeah, it looks like it's a orange folder news, so it may have impact. Usually, what I see
Yeah,
is with the orange folder news, it may have impact, may not have impact. Not as much as strong as I would say the red folder news. If you noticed,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. No, definitely.
yeah, the market structure is actually pretty bullish, to be honest. Really bullish. The market structure
Yeah,
for 4 hours turning bullish right now, and there's more wick on the top side to be filled. So this is the first hour of the 4 hour. That's funny, but otherwise we can actually definitely see. Let me see if I can annotate. So okay, the annotation is not working because I switched my graphic card and now it's acting funny. I shouldn't have done it. It's all right. Okay, that's bad. I'm trying to. Oh yeah, it's annotating. Can you see my annotation on the chart right now on the Zoom by any chance?
yeah. I can see the green lines, the arrow.
Aha, okay. I can't see the arrow, but I can see the marking. So if you look at the 2 hour, you can definitely see the candles are grabbing its liquidity, and every wick is higher than the previous wick, which is a good sign for more bullish pressure. So my ultimate target today is gonna be like 151, 930. So I'm uh I'm gonna have a strong bullish bias because of yesterday's good news, and the price can actually achieve this, and it's Tuesday as well. So let's see. Let's wait and see what happens around the uh, pound news time. We have somebody new coming in. Okay. And looking at hourly. Looking at hourly, this is the most recent resistance, most recent rejection that price did. So definitely we need price to break first 150 500 level and further continue up for any buys. I mean, buys right now because of the market structure may look appealing, but the best position is to wait. I think the best thing is to like wait and see a 30-minute, 15-minute candle close above 151 500, and then we can continue up because the traffic is clean on 2 hour, traffic is clean on 1 hour, at least till 151 710, right? So that's good. And the range here is like 18 pips ranges. So to squeeze out 10 to 12 pips out of 18 pip range is like possible. So we can actually do that. And this is the possible support, recent support that price has made. So the previous 1 hourly closed bullish, which is a really good close towards our bias. So the bias, let me write down the bias. So the bias is bullish. Bias
Looks like
is.
GJ is breaking resistance.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So so at this point in time, the best thing to do is to wait for the hourly to close. So that there's 2 more minutes for this hourly to close. So if it's going to close in our direction, that's
Yep.
amazing. It's actually breaking the resistance now. Let's count on London volume, and after the candle close, wait for the next candle to make its lower wick, which is the ideal way, right? How a candle could form in our direction. If it's going to make a
Yeah.
lower wick first before it's going to move to the upside, that's just amazing because it's going to signify, it's going to tell us that, hey, you know what? The price is leaving 151,500 level and it's going to go up, right? So some of the guys can be cowboy.
Yeah.
And just take a position here, but it's dangerous because it's the close of an hour, and usually at around the close of the hourly candle, it actually retraces a little bit back and forms a wick, right? So ideally, if this candle right here, this 30-minute hourly candle makes a top wick before it closes, amazing. We definitely know that this candle can actually achieve 151,700 like in a click, but we don't want to be there because it's dangerous. It can actually retrace back and come back in the range, so that's a little bit danger.
Yeah. So with your stop loss and everything, would you have your stop loss uh below the current 30-minute candle that's breaking 151,500?
Oh, let's see. Let's look at the stop loss. Actually, no, no, because in my trading plan, so the maximum stop loss for me, so the maximum amount of risk I can risk is like 12 to 13 pips. So it's like 16 pips here. So even if the price retraces down, because ideally what I want to see is this price to close around 151 540. So from there, oh, actually now it's doing a good job. See, now if the candle is going to close here and the next candle retraces down, and that that candle is going to make a lower wick, so my stop loss is going to be maybe 2 or 3 pips below the next candle. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, all right, yeah. So
Yep.
you're gonna wait for the next candle to form a bottom wick and then have your
Yes.
stops below there,
Below that,
basically.
absolutely,
Okay,
absolutely.
no, that makes sense.
Yeah. So see how we waited. Oh, see how we
Yeah,
waited for the candle. So it's good that we waited because the candle actually closed below 150,500. 151 500 level, and that's actually a psychological level too. So we need a candle to close above. We can still take a buy, but we have to wait for this 30-minute or 1 hour candle to ideally still make a lower wick. We have to wait for that because we can't rush into a trade. That's one of
yeah.
the
It's
best
just
for.
going straight up.
Yep, you were saying something.
No, I was just saying this candle, it just opened and it just went straight up as opposed to opening, retracing first, and then creating the top wick.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, that's the most ideal way a candle could form. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Yeah,
and in its first few minutes, it's trying to break the previous candle's high, which is dangerous because most of the traders, 80% of the trader, what they do is they see the candle, the present candle breaking the previous candle's high, and they just jump in the trade, which is the idea is already dangerous
yeah,
because it's too much impulsive, and they are not waiting for the candle to make its proper body structure, and they don't know what's happening, and they're entering in the first few minutes of the candle. That's like, oh no, no, big no, no.
yeah, yeah. No, I've been there before. It's happened to me before
Oh,
where
Hunter, oh,
just
tell
being
me.
patient, not waiting for structure.
I know, Hunter, tell
Yeah,
me about it. Tell me about it. Similar. Similar.
honestly.
Yeah. So that's what it's about, When you're actually trading with your friends, you actually tend to wait more. That's good thing. That's good thing about trading in Zoom session with your friends. So it's actually I'm having a good time having you. Is it Emmanuel? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, yeah, it's Emmanuel. Emmanuel, yeah, yeah,
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. What's your Instagram? Do you have an Instagram?
I do have an
I
Instagram,
can follow you
so
from my Forex Instagram.
okay. I'll try to send you a. So this is my Instagram. I've got no post. It's like I deleted all the posts, everything. Now I'm sort of starting fresh and stuff. So that's good about my Instagram.
I see.
Maybe we can post our
I
winning
see.
charts and analysis in our Instagram, Emmanuel.
Hopefully.
Yeah, yeah,
Hopefully.
sure. So the news has. Let's see what the news tells us. Oh, the news is not out. The climate count change isn't there yet. Okay. Anyways,
I think for the unemployment rate, we had 4.9% and the forecast was 5%.
yeah.
So is that a good thing for currency?
So what it says in Forex Factory is 4.9. Maybe it must be. It's actually pretty close to the forecast. To be honest, it's actually pretty close to the forecast. 4.9. So the. Let's see what it tells us here. The percentage of the total workforce that is unemployed and actively seeking employment during the. Actually, it's good. Yep. So that means more people have been
Yeah,
employed
it
now.
is. It is.
Yeah, it's actually good. So it's actually good. So the investors may think this is a good, I would say, event, right? And yesterday they had a news about the cryptocurrency. Now, like minor news like these are going to give small pushes, small pumps. But now, at this point in time, the market is just jiggling around the resistance. So there's nothing we can do here. We can't take an impulsive
Yeah.
buy right here. We got to wait for at least a 15-minute candle to show us some sort of sign. I mean, the 5 minutes going to close in next 20 seconds. It is closing above 151,500 level. But the only thing is, if we're going to take a buy here, looking at 5 minute, where is the stop loss going to be, right? Where?
Mm, mm. Personally, if I was to do on the 5 minute, my stop loss would ideally be below the previous candle, so the candle that's just closed. Because if we break below that candle, then there's a higher probability that we can continue to 151,450, which
Oh
is
yeah.
the low of the other candle.
Mm.
So if I was to execute on the 5 minute, but I'm not planning to do that.
Yeah, and neither me, to be honest. Sometimes I do
Yeah,
execute on five, but the structure has to be really, the structure has to be promising. The structure doesn't look promising. If you look at the
yeah,
previously closed 5 minute, it didn't even break the previous 5 minutes high. So I don't know at that point in
yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah. I think it's just too much detail. It's just a lot of detail on a 5 minute.
Yep,
I used to trade the 5 minute and the 3 minute in conjunction with like the 30 minute or the 1 hour.
yep.
But you know what? It's much harder than it looks because it's just you're just looking in greater depth. There's a lot of detail, a lot of data, and sometimes it's inconsistent as well. So I just stick to 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and above.
I actually love the idea that you just said about inconsistent. In lower time frame,
Yeah,
it's actually to trade is actually one of the hardest things because it's inconsistent, like
mhm,
you said. That's actually
yeah,
true. In the
yeah,
higher
fair.
time frame, because higher time frame in overall, It tells us a overall gist of the market. It's more consistent, consistent because no matter what, at the end of the daily, end of the weekly, we always get that like hold some sort of direction. You know what I mean? So we just gotta base our trade and bias on the most consistent side of the chart and the most consistent time frame. So just wait for the higher time frame to just stamp or just form in your direction. That's the best thing. See now, if some of the people took buys over there on the top of that 5 minute range, man, it's actually going down, right? So it's not good. It's not pretty.
They're a drawdown.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And we are not in the trade and we're not in the drawdown. See, we're just waiting for our candle to show us some sort of direction. Yeah. Now, this 30-minute is actually looking good because it's sort of forming its lower wick before it's going to move up. If it's going to move up. So all we got to do is just wait for this 30-minute, wait for this current 1 hour to make its lower wick, and then start moving up.
So if this 30-minute creates the bottom wick and then it moves back up again,
yep.
Are you then looking to trade at the break of the high?
That will be the best position to win, to be honest. That'll be the best position to be in a position. But what I'm going to see is if this 30 minutes going to create a lower wick all the way down at the bottom part of the range, I'll be looking to take trades earlier maybe, because I'll be looking at 1 hour, 5 minute, or even 15 minute for any sorts of rejection on the downside. Because at this point in time, we only need maybe one or two confluence, right? Because the structure is bullish, everything is bullish, so we need some sort of rejection. So rejection in 1 minute or 5 minute or even 15 minute is going to tell me that, hey, you know what? I can actually risk some percentage on an early position. But my early position will be somewhere around 151,500. It's not going to be below 151,500. So the best position to win is going to be when it's going to break the previous high. But let's see what happens. Because of the risk factor, see? Because I don't want to risk anything more than my plan. Maybe I want to risk 10 pips, 11 pips max. Because I know in London session, what it does is sometimes it shows us, and recently I've been noticing this, it shows us a pump. It shows us as if, you know what, the structure is bullish, but it's going to pump you in a direction that's your original bias, and it just goes down, fakes you out. So these days, recently, like it's been like 2 or 3 weeks, it's been pumping, and it's actually faking you out and just taking you out just there. So just gotta wait.
Yeah.
So at this point of time,
waiting is the best solution.
100%. So at this point of time, the hourly has made its lower wick. That's good, and it's flipping up. So that's good. That's good. The 15 minutes going to close in 5 minutes. It's still lingering around the range. If you look at this, let me see if I can annotate. Man, I shouldn't have switched my graphic cards. Okay, now I can see. So if you look at this in 15 minutes, that is sort of like a range too. Price is still lingering around this range. So ideally, what we want to see is, price closing above, tapping this zone one more time and leaving this, right? We want to see price to leave this area, just like this candle is leaving. So the current 15-minute, current 30, current 1 hour is actually sort of trying to leave this range, which is really ideal. So we just gotta wait for a smaller time frame candle to move towards in our direction at this point in time. So there's 3 more minutes left for this 15-minute candle to close. Okay. Yep, the 1 minute is giving us some sort of information. If you look at this, it's giving us some sort of detail here. Let's wait for the 15-minute candles close. Let's wait for the 15-minute candles close. Other than that, if it's going to break the previous high, probably I'm going to risk some percentage over there. And my stop loss is going to be like 10 pips.
Before it closes?
If it's going to break the high. If it's going to break the high. It's actually risky. I don't suggest people taking that because I know what I'm risking, right? So I'm only going to risk like a little bit of my daily percentage or a little bit of my risk appetite. Not a lot because that's not the best position to be because it's now rejecting, right? See? Okay. So the 15-minute is rejecting. We have to wait. Okay, so 30-minute. 30-minute and the hourly has made its lower wick. 15 minutes about to close. Just gotta wait. So this is the range the price needs to leave. If the 15-minute ideally is going to close bullish, it's good. It's giving us some bullish signs. Otherwise, we just have to wait for the next 15 minutes. If this 15 minutes going to close back in the range, maybe the next 15 minutes going to break that range, retest, and head above. And it's pre-London right now, so we do have volume around pre-London, but just gotta wait because recently London's been really funny. It's been faking out people a lot, and the volume's been coming pretty late. We've been seeing really late volume. So after London open, and after like 30, 40 minutes, then only it's gonna start moving. It actually and most of the trades in London session these days, it's been correcting the Asian move. So whatever happened the whole day before London open, it's just been correcting that. So the market is funny. It's not continuing the momentum. It's correcting what happens in the Asian. The New York's been correcting what happens in the London, and it's just no consistent market. You know what I mean? Just gotta wait for the 15-minute candle to close. So for buys, prices closing above 151,500 obviously is beautiful. For sells, we will be looking at price closing below at least 151,370 for more cleaner sales. Let's look at the 15-minute candle right now. So the previous 15-minute candle closed like a doji bearish candle. It's just as if it didn't do anything.
Rob, I have a question.
Yep.
If the previous 15-minute candle closed bearish, but it respected the previous candle low. So if this candle, the current one that's just open, respects the previous 15-minute candle low, but breaks the high, I think, is that a suitable idea for a trade?
So
because this is like a minor support, minor resistance formed.
So that is a good idea. To be honest, we can leverage some position in that sort of idea too. But ideally, what we want to see is a candle leaving this range, right? Because the price is in a range, and it has been ranging for let's see how many hours has it been ranging. So it's been ranging for like 4 hours and 30 minutes already. If you look at this information, 4 hours and 30 minutes. So what are the chances it's going to range for another 4 hours or 30 minutes or next 1 hour? Maybe we don't know, right?
Mm.
So what we want to see is for that sort of confluence to be valid, or the idea that you suggested to be valid, we need the candle to somehow make a lower wick first, and that's going to suggest us,
Yeah.
hey, you know what, the price is living, right? As I've said, as I told you early, these days London, it's been pumping up in the direction that you have original bias at, and it just fakes you out. It just fakes you out.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have to sort of be like, hey, you know what? That's an impulsive trade. There's no candle close. I'm taking my trade, just looking at the top wick being broken. So maybe I'm just going to risk a little bit of my percentage, or a little bit of my risk, not the full position, but you have to be sort of like that. Maybe I would just say simply more conservative in terms of risk at that point in time.
Yeah.
As you've said, if it's going to break the top wick, it is definitely suggesting us, hey, you know what? There's a lot of bullish pressure. It's going out of the range. It's breaking the previous candle's high. Now the next thing to do is going to be like, hey, what's the next target? So the next target is 151,710. So why don't we go to 151,710, right? But man, London, to be honest, it's been faking you out a lot, faking you out a lot. You just gotta wait.
Yeah. Nah, definitely. Patience is a big is a big part of trading. It's more than just executing.
100%. 100%. If this was me, like 5 years back, man, I'll be I'll be buying the shit out of this already, to be honest. Cause I'll be trading thinking that, you know what, I think it's gonna reach 151,710, but I don't see it. I don't see it. Now when I
Yeah,
trade, I have to
yeah.
see. I have to see the price leaving that range. I have to see the price closing in my direction. So, people often miss small details, and they just rush into the trade. That's too dangerous, man. Too dangerous.
Nah, that's true. That's true. Honestly, it's true. But that's how you learn.
Absolutely.
Yeah, perfect. I have the funny thing is I have to go to work now, so yeah, I'll be back on in about 15 minutes when I'm at work. Yeah. All right, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much. You too. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Good luck, mate. Cheers. Bye bye.
Hey, hey, hey. How's it going, man? Okay, so JPY is actually looking good. So the previous 15-minute candle closed like a dodgy bearish candle. Now the current 15-minute candle is trying to break the wick, and now, actually now I'm in a buy. I'm in a buy right now, and my stop loss is back in the range in about like 10 pips, 10 pips away from the position. And let's see. Okay. So the structure of the candle is bullish, right? And it's actually suggesting that we can actually tap 151.710. So everything was discussed. We waited for the candle to move in our direction. It hasn't closed yet, which is dangerous. If it's going to kick back in the range, I'll be looking to take off some risk. Other than that, we're just going to let the price run. Let the price run. If it's gonna start kicking back in the range, what I'll be looking to do is I will actually maybe close 50% of my position and let the rest of the position run. So let's look at the smaller time frame, because looking at the smaller time frame for managing a position is one of the best ways, right? So looking at the 5-minute, 5-minute is bearish. We've sort of taken a impulsive buys, and we're going to close 50% of the position once this 5 minutes starts breaking the low of the previous 5 minutes, lower the previous 5 minutes, right? So just waiting for the candle. Okay. So the hourly and the current 30-minute is sort of leaving this area right here. So if this was a range, the current 30-minute, current 1 hour is leaving the area with its lower wick, right? And it has clean traffic on the left-hand side and a clean range to fill. So the best thing to do right now is to wait for the 30-minute candle to close. I've only actually risked a small percentage of my daily risk appetite on an impulsive entry with the candle breaking the previous candle's high, because the structure here is a bullish structure. So Let's wait for the 30-minute candle to close. So right now the 15-minute candle is rejecting 150-1560 level. So for any sorts of buys, we want to wait and see if this current 15-minute candle can close bullish. Because if it's going to close back in the range, then I will be looking to maybe take some risk off of my position, right? Other than that, the 1 hour has made its lower wick. 30-minute has made its lower wick. There's 2 more minutes for the candle to close. And the current 15-minute candle has broken the previous 15-minute candle's high, anticipating the London volume to push the price up to 151,710. So looking at the smaller time frame for any small detail information is a good idea. So I'm actually looking at the smaller time frame. When looking at the 5-minute, 5-minute is still bearish. Still bearish. Price is playing in this small sort of range in 1 minute. We need the price, the volume to push the price above. Let's see what happens. So the 30-minute is gonna close in about 1 minute now. At this point in time, actually, I'm taking all of the risk off the table. So maybe I'll enter once the price starts moving in my direction one more time. So that was an impulse entry. The risk was calculated. Everything was calculated. The structure of the market suggested bullish for the bullish movement, but man, price sometimes does what it does, right? So it actually broke the previous 15-minute candle was high, and it actually had a lower wick too. But the price is rejecting, so I'm out of my position already. So the 15-minute candle, 2 of the 15-minute candle close dodgy. That's not a good idea. So the current 1 hour is going up. Okay, the volume is coming in. The volume is coming in. Oh, that's funny.
folks. It's time to kick it old school. So you can feel cool. Give it to me, baby. Baby. Yeah.
So the current 1 hour does look good to move up, but there is no volume yet. We have to wait for the volume. The market structure suggests a bullish movement. There is a rejection on the downside. The current 1 hour has done its rejection on the downside to further move up. The previous 1 hour as well has its lower wick and a good size of a body, right? So now what we need is this 1 hour candle to show us a volume. So pre-London, there's about 30 minutes left for the London volume or London market to open up. So let's wait and see. So there's 26 more minutes left for this 1 hour to close. 15-minute is still lingering around this 150, 1500 level. Just waiting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for this 15-minute candle to close at this point in time. If it's going to close above 150, 1500 level, then I'll be taking a buy at that point in time. So until then, I'm just going to wait. The market structure definitely suggests a bullish move, and there is a cleaner traffic on the left-hand side. If you look at left-hand side, for example, let's look at the left-hand side. And when we go further left, let's just look at this. So this is actually clean traffic, right? So there is clean traffic. So all we got to do is wait for the volume to kick in. Because if there's no volume, there's no consistency in a price movement, and there's nothing, right? So we just got to see if there's going to be some sort of volume and the price can continue up till our target. We need the volume. We may see the volume. We may see the volume. Let's look at the smaller time frame for any sort of confluence. So looking at the 15-minute is still bullish. Previous two 15-minute candles closed dodgy, so which is not good. But obviously, looking at the higher time frame, looking at the 1 hour, 1 hour closed right around. So this 1 hour closed right around the resistance, and the next 1 hour did close up, is above, broke the resistance, and is rejecting the previous range. So the market structure does suggest us that it's going up. But can we take a trade? Can we take a buy? No, we can't. Not right here. Not right away. I mean, we just gotta wait. Now, all right, now the 15-minute candle is sort of trying to break the previous 15-minute candle was high. So at that point of time, when it's going to break the high, that's when I'm going to be in the position and maybe stop loss. Let's look at the stop losses. So for this stop loss, and my stop loss is going to be like 10 pips down back in the range and letting the price run till 151,700 at least. So once it's going to break the high, I'm going to take a position with the stop loss back in the range in about 10 pips and let this trade get another chance, right? Because at the first, when I gave the trade one chance, its first chance, I gave the first chance when it broke the previous 15 minutes high, which signified that, hey, you know what, the structure is bullish. If there's going to be a rush of volume, we can easily achieve 151,700. But there is no volume yet. We have to see some sort of volume, right? So if this current 15-minute candle breaks the high of the previous 15-minute candle, I'm going to give this trade the last second chance. That's what my trading plan is. And if it's going to move in my direction, hey, you know what, 151,700, yep, we can achieve it. So I am in the trade here. So let me put this position right here. So I am in the trade right here with my stop loss back in the range and my take profit 151,700 at least. So let's see what happens. Let's see. Oh, here. So this is the second last chance I'm giving my trade. We need to see some sort of volume, right? We need to see some sort of volume. So the price has broken above the 1 hour range resistance, right? And is actually leaving this area. So you can actually definitely see price leaving this area. All of the wicks are higher, rejection wicks are higher, suggesting bullish pressure. So if there's going to be a rush of volume, so because of the clean traffic on the left hand side, it can actually move till 151,700. So that's our trade today. Let's see if we can get success. All right, so the price is moving now, has started to move up. Let's see. So how I'm going to manage this trade is that I'll be looking to see if there's any abrupt rejection. If it's going to reject and start heading down back in the range, I'll be looking to close maybe 50% of my trade, and I'm going to let the rest of the position run because this 1 hour is going to close in 19 minutes. So are we going to have the volume in next 19 minutes? The price has started moving. Price has started moving. Has started moving. Let's see, can we achieve our target? 151,700. 151,700. All right, let me put this in the gram. Let me put this in the gram. Right. So the price is actually moving in our way. Man, that was a sweet, sweet trade. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to secure some of my position right here, and I'm going to leave the rest running, right? So it's actually moving really well. Everything was discussed. Everything was talked about. You know, Emmanuel was right here with me before, and we discussed about the ideas, and we didn't just rush in the trade. We waited for the trade to happen. We waited for the candles to move in our direction, and man, oh man, everything got fulfilled. So I'm just gonna post this in Instagram. Man, the target is achieved. So my Slack friends, my Forex trading partners, and man, look at this target. Money is cooking. Money is cooking. Let's go. I'm just gonna post it in Instagram. Man, the target is achieved. So my So definitely that was a nice trade. London session, we did it. We won, right? We just gotta celebrate. Every time we win, we have to celebrate. We have to say to ourselves, you know what? We did it. That was best. We waited for our trade. We accomplished it. Some of my Slack friends are still showing up. Thank you for coming up and saying hi, man. It means a lot, you guys coming in here and saying hi. So we won this London session trade. That was amazing. Everything was called out. Every confidence was there. We talked about the market structure. We talked about, you know what? All right, I got a message here. Hello, hey Nick, how you going, man? If you can hop on the mic, you can hop on the mic. I'm actually streaming side by side on the YouTube as well. Thank you for showing up. Thank you.
Oh, hello, welcome. Hello.
How are you? How's it going, Nick?
Good.
Good. Is the music too loud? I can lower the
This is
music.
your first time?
Yeah.
That is pretty loud.
Pretty loud. Sorry about this. I'm just gonna lower the music a little bit. Is this better?
Yeah.
That's good. How about now?
That is
How about
much
now?
better, yeah. So
Okay.
you already... Yeah, it's much better now.
Yeah, I was in the trade.
So you already got one trade?
Yeah, I did. So Emmanuel and me, we were discussing my idea. So we were here looking at GBP JPY. So our bias was bullish when we came to the chart, and everything was discussed. And we took the first buy based on 15-minute. Once this 15-minute candle broke the previous 15-minute candle's high, but that was, man, just not a pretty buy. So what we did was we closed half of our position once it started retracing back in the range. And once this huge fucking big 15-minute candle started breaking the previous 15-minute candle's high, we knew that, you know what, in the higher time frame, the structure is bullish. Everything is bullish, you know what I mean? So the structure, the market is suggesting bullish pressure,
Yeah.
everything. So why not give it a second chance? So looking at the 15-minute, we gave the trade second chance right around here. Stop loss was like 10 pips back in the range. We anticipated the price to not come back in the range, and the target was like achieved. That was good. And this is going to continue actually.
Very nice.
I know. It's pretty good. And so what we did was we were planning for the price to hit 151,710 and sort of like rejecting, but now it's actually going to continue because London volume is going to kick in like next 12 minutes. Once it's going to start heading up, so 151,800 is the next target, and the next target is like 151,900, right? So amazing. The London volume is going to kick in because the news about the crypto digital currency in Bank of England is just been synced in, right? So it was a fresh news in the market yesterday, and we definitely saw the reaction here. Obviously, look at the market from yesterday, dude. It's just like
Yeah,
heavy bullishing, right? So there's a higher
very
chance.
bullish.
Yeah, I know. So there's a higher chance we're going to see more volume today in Tuesday's London session. Let's wait and see, right? Did you get any trade?
Me?
Yep.
No, not today. I missed that one. Didn't
Oh,
take a
man.
look at it.
You had to come early. Next time, show up early, eh?
Okay, next time. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Ricardo here got like 12 pips. Man, that's good. That's actually really good. You know, securing always is like when you secure, as we've learned. You know what I mean? As you secure, you're on the top list of the 10%. Other 90%, man, they're losing. They're losing their money. You're securing, you're just gaining money. So that's amazing, Ricardo. If you secured 12 pips, amazing. Amazingo. If it's going to continue even more higher, that's just cool. You know, it's just now just a big applause. That's it. You don't want to rush in a trade, any sort of trade around this level now, because it's too away from the recent broken resistance, right? So what it can do is more than likely it can actually retrace down on lower time frame, make some sort of support, and then further continue up. Until then, you can't rush in trade around here because it's actually so close to psychological levels now. If you see 151,800, and it's lingering around 151,700, so it can very well reject that level. So the best thing to do is to wait for the London volume. So that was a pretty freaking big candle after a while, because what we've been noticing is Emmanuel and me, we were talking about the London session these days, and what the London session was doing was it would just pump in your direction of the original bias and just kind of fake you out. So today it didn't fake me out. It didn't fake us out. So on the 15-minute, at the first instance when we took a buy, when this candle broke this candle's high, that was like too bad, because it started retracing back. We thought, you know what, man, it's like one of these days of London sessions. It's just been faking people out. It's like for the past few weeks, man. I think it's the same thing that's happening today. But we waited. We didn't over risk, or we didn't like close all of the position, but we managed our risk and closed like 50% once it started coming down back in the range. And once this big, huge volume candle came in, man, that was it. Look at the current 15-minute candle. It looks so beautiful because it has its lower wick. It's actually leaving that zone. So if you look at this, oh, just give me a second. So if you look at this, I mean, this 15-minute candle, the big, huge 15-minute candle, obviously has no wick on the top, right? But this current 15-minute candle is looking so beautiful because it's actually rejecting that level. So the wick on the downside tells us that, you know what, I'm actually rejecting this level. There's a high chance I may move up all the way up to 151,800. That's good. But we don't want to rush into any trade right now, because in like 7 minutes, they're going to be market open, and we don't know what happens at market open. It may retrace all the way down because the market wants to get its discounted price, right? If it's going to go up before heading down, that's the premium price on the top. If it's going to go down before heading up, that's the discounted price for the market. So it may as well go down, make a support, and break that resistance. It's going to form in the lower time frame and head up to its target, right? So today's intraday session, man, that was good. That was really good, to be honest. Looking at the 5 minute, just look at the 5 minute. Wow. That was a 5 minute move. 18 pips in 5 minutes. That's why the volume is so important. Again, the same thing, Emmanuel and me, we were talking about how the market can be so consistent when there is volume, right? So one of the catalysts that we were waiting for was the volume, and when the volume kicks in, all the market is just so consistent. If you look at the 1 hour, we broke this down like before this trade happened. So what we were looking at was this range, and look at the rejections. So beautiful, right? So beautiful, right? This rejection right here, and this rejection right here. So everything in the market tells us that, you know what, it's like a bullish structure today. So only thing that was remaining, only catalyst we needed was volume. And look at the volume, dude. This huge freaking candle. That's one good thing about London session. You know, in London you get like 18, 20 pips, like in a click. But sometimes, like few weeks. Oh, somebody is messaging in the group. I think it did not fake out because of the good news. Do you trade FTMO or your own fund? I trade my own fund, Nick. Okay, so I trade my own for now, still building my confidence. That's good, actually. Yeah, you just have to sort of build a confidence, and you just have to be clear on your trading plan. I think that's one of the best things to start with. What's up, Kevin? How's it going, man?
Good. How are you?
Good, man. Good. Yeah, some of my friends from the Slack are here too.
Bro.
So nice to see you, bro.
Oh.
Yeah, we broke the trade into like all the way till this T. Look at that. We even said that, you know what, the payment is looking so beautiful to continue all the way up. Look at the 15 minute right now. Look at the 15 minute.
200 in profit already. So I still need 50 more for 250 profits.
Are you still looking for a position, Kevin?
No, I'm long since yesterday.
Oh yeah, I saw your trade on the Instagram.
Yeah. TP is at 247 pips.
Woo. You were in from like
One. Wait. 150. Oh wait, let me have a zone. 150. Oh wait. बताओ. Okay.
Okay.
There's a fib. I cannot open my fib. There's too many stuff. I cannot even select my own trade.
Oh my god. God damn! Look at the London volume, man. Wow, it's two more minutes left for the London to open up, dude. This is the volume. This is the sort of volume we get in GBP/JPY. You know, this is just cool, just cool. Just wows me when I look at these sorts of volume. When there's a lot of volume, as we Emmanuel and we were discussing, as there's a lot of volume, the market is so consistent. Look at this. You know, everything was like a bullish structure, rejection higher,
entry.
rejection higher. Yep.
Hello. My entry.
What was the entry?
150.012.
150.
150.012.
Ooh, man, that's 150.012.
Nice.
That's sexy.
Currently 2K. Waiting for 500 more.
That's sexy. So Kevin here, he has been trading for years, you know, and he is really good with Fibonacci and stuff. So man, your risk, your reward is fucking crazy. I know how you got this entry. You have it on the Instagram too, but man, this is sick. This is like, whoo. Risk to reward is like almost about 7.5.
It's 10.
Is it 10? Ooh, man.
I have 3 positions. I have 3 positions running on the same trade.
Wow.
Same move.
Wow. Did you secure some? Did you lock in some profits, or are you gonna let the trade run?
My FTMO, yes, I closed. But my personal account, I closed.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, I closed my position once. It gave me like 15 to 16 pips. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm good.
So no trade day for me today.
Aha. Just came to say hi.
No trade day. After a good day, I'm relaxed.
Did you just came to say hi?
Who?
You.
I just came to say hi. Yep. Maybe I might trade. I'm not sure. Depends.
Yeah, I'll be waiting for. Oh, actually, we have London market opening. Actually, it's opened up. It's 5. So the London market has opened up. So as we discussed before, you know what I have noticed it is after market open. So the market has to sort of like get its discounted price, right? So the bigger institution, whatever financial firms, they sort of get their discounted price or their premium price and further continue to the direction of the market. So if it's doing so, this sort of retest that the current 1 hour is doing is just as fine. Yeah. So I'm not in a trade. I'm not in any trade. I'll be looking to take any trade once the price makes a top resistance and makes a support. Then the market structure in my head will serve as a confluence for me to take a position. So Kevin, so you don't scalp for 10 pips like a Raja. Kevin, somebody's asking you something. Oh, looks like Kevin's having his lunch. So Nick, he doesn't necessarily trade like Roger's style. So Kevin specializes in Fibonacci's and stuff, and he trades actually in a different style, and his risk to reward is much more bigger. His reward actually is much more bigger, and he doesn't wait for candle closes like us. He just waits for the price to tap certain level, and he relies more on trends and channels and Fibonacci. But we rely on price action more than just some indicators, right? So that's our strategy. Yep. Guys, you know what? Actually, I'm actually streaming on YouTube too. I'll just post the YouTube link here. If you guys would want to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, man, just to support. But you know what? Thank you for showing up to the Zoom. It's like, man, just amazing. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Ricardo. Thank you, Johnny. And it was amazing how Emmanuel came earlier and discussed some ideas with me too. Just amazing. I'll just give you the YouTube links. Yep, that's the link. Just give me a thumbs up, bang bang, you know. I thoroughly recorded what you said. I did actually get you when you said you have mine already. Have you got my link already or something? Oh yeah, thank you, thank you. If you gave me your thumbs up. That's amazing. So if you actually go on YouTube, you know what? I'm gonna do a celebration for you guys. Just go on YouTube and let me know if you guys are there. Just let me know. And I will do something for you guys. I have something for you guys. So the last time I did stream, we won at that time too, but we didn't do any celebration because there were not many friends at that time, so we didn't do any celebration. Maybe now, because I at least have some of my mates from Slack here, so we will do some celebration. Good, mine also. Thank you, man. If you guys are there on YouTube, so let's pull up some firecrackers, eh? Okay, so the celebration is out to happen now. So we are gonna blow some firecrackers. So let's go in 3, 2, 1, and bang! Woo! Thank you. Woo, woo, woo. Thank you, thank you. If you look at the YouTube right now, we are showering the YouTube video, the stream with a lot of fireworks and a lot of celebration. So that was amazing. We called out the trade. We waited for the trade to act in our direction. We saw the sign. We were patient. We didn't overtrade. We didn't. Well, so the best thing we did was we gave our trade another chance too, second chance too, right? So that's like, you know what, you're being more you're flowing with the market sort of thing, right? You didn't stop after you got the loss, you know. So the mentality was amazing. We gave our trade second chance. Everything is in our direction now. Look at this. So the price has already broken 151,700 level, 151,800 level. What's the next psychological it's going to tap to? Look at the London volume, man. It's just freaking amazing. Look at this right now. Wow. How much pips has it moved? 38 pips. That's just amazing. And after the London Open, it's just moving in even more. That's just wonderful, right? So we know that throughout the year, April, May, and June, there's like a lot of volume and a lot of opportunities that comes by. And usually traders, they bank in a lot in these 3 months, right? So we still have a lot of opportunities coming ahead of us. So we don't need to worry, or we don't need to say, you know what, hey, I missed out on the trade. I missed out on my runner. As long as you secure, I mean, that's just amazing, right? As long as you secure, that's just amazing. So some of the guys, they feel like, you know what, I should have left my runner. No. Whatever you did was your trading plan, and you should be happy about it. So I'm talking to myself, and I'm telling myself, you know what, if I had left my runner, man, look at this. It's like now it's like 40 pips already. So if I had left my runner, it would have been like 40 pips up. But you know what? My trading plan was not that, because recently in London session, it was actually ranging a lot. It was faking people a lot. I was not expecting a fake out right there around 151,900 level, but usually at the time of market open, what the market does, does is it tries to grab its premium price and then further move towards the direction of the market. So I just waited for that, and I'm definitely fine if I didn't take any second position. I'm just waiting, enjoying the market. It's just amazing. I have some of my friends from the Slack coming over here. I'm more than happy. This has been a great stream today. That's just amazing. We're gonna stay here for maybe next 1 to 1.5 hour of the stream, and we will call it a day. We took a profit. Man, this is just amazing. If my guys in the Slack have anything to say, man, more than welcome. The mic is opened up for you. If you can't open up your mic, I'll try and see if I can help you with that. Other than that, man, just amazing. Thank you. Oh yeah, Ricardo's saying that is cool. Thank you, Ricardo. Let's look at the smaller time frame and let's see what detail does it give right now. Obviously, the volume has slowed down a little bit. So the major volume rise around here is like the push of the candle. Look at the push of the candle, man. Those are big freaking candles, even in 1 minute, right? It's just amazing. So 10 minutes into London market opening is just pushing up non-stop. Let's look at the next target in higher time frame, right? So I would say this was the target right here. One of the major target right there, and another target I would say will be. Oh, let me put this zoom. All right. So what I'm going to do is I will do this. That's better.
What's up, guys? Any trade setups?
We just waiting for this GBP/JPY to show us some sort of sign, and we actually didn't get a chance to look at the gold. Maybe in a second we'll be looking at gold. Kevin here, he's been trading gold for some time too. He's actually pretty good with the gold trades, and we'll see if we can get anything from gold's market. Other than that, right now GBP/JPY, so it has broken two of the key psychological levels: 151. 700, 151, 800, 151, 900, and it's actually sort of lingering around 151,900. So if it's going to reject that level, more than likely, because it's a psychological level. Other than that, we just got to wait and see how the market responds.
Lower your music volume, please.
Oh, is it too loud? Oh, sorry. I'm really sorry.
No, your sound is like kind of distorted.
Oh no. That's bad.
Oh, if there's any scalps, tell me. Even I want to go scalps because I have a lot of profits to waste.
Oh, that's good. There's my man. Yeah, Kevin here. Kevin, is the volume better now? Is the volume better now? Okay, it's kind of better.
It's just that I don't want to hear that music. It's just that I don't want to hear that music. It's just so weird. What?
Psychedelic, eh?
Get some get a binaural beat, stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah, this is sort of psychedelic.
Get binaural beats and stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah, this is the same genre. The same genre. This helps me focus, man. To be honest, I'm playing these tracks when I'm trading, man. This helps me a lot. It helps me a lot in a way that I know the beats as well, so I'm not focusing more on the music. It's actually the same music I'm playing all the way around. I play the same music like back and forth. So it's like I know the tracks, and it's more helping me to focus because I'm chilling out. I'm enjoying. It's like amazing.
This is the most important Dogecoin video that you will see not only in the next couple of minutes, because Dogecoin is liable to crazy things in the days to come. So we can see that Dogecoin is something that is starting to get in the reports. We also see that Doge volatility is regaining trend.
Currently 2 positions. I got like 120 plus what's that? 120 plus 200, 320 pips already. So all good.
That's good.
I'm good for the week.
That's cool.
I'm actually looking to do swing trade. Swing trade is so easy and so fun. I mean, you just set and forget, and then just let it be. I mean, you can see all those trades, like 10, 11 trades, and then there's like, suppose they say there's 10 trades, and out of those 10 trades, even if there's like 4 losses, the 6 trades just makes the whole account look so good. It's all blue.
I know what you mean. The risk to reward is just amazing. You know what I mean?
Multiple trades is fun.
Yeah, but
I mean, this trade was
I
like
haven't
on
tried.
my
I haven't
FPMO
tried your.
was like just 1:2.5.
Ah,
You haven't tried what?
I haven't tried your stuff. You're on Zoom. Some of the guys have messaged me on the YouTube as well. That's cool. That's very cool. I haven't tried your style of trading. I need to give it a shot. I would say, because to be honest, on scalping, the risk to reward is good. Because I know the type of setups you take is, for me, it's actually risky. You know, because I always wait for confirmation. I always wait for blah blah blah. I need to give it a go on your trade too, because I've seen your risk to reward and you fucking make like a bank. If I make that money in a week, you make it in a trade, you know, so that's good. I need to look at that too.
You're scalping with stop loss of 10 pips. I'm doing day trading like with 15 to 20 pips stop loss, so it's quite different.
Yep.
I mean, it's kind of hard to let it run to your TP.
Yep.
But still, it's just like set and forget, literally set and forget. People say, how can you forget the trades? I mean, I literally forget my trades. Like, what happened is, like, I had like 2-3 accounts, and then some are like aggressive and some are like normal accounts. I had some trades running on my aggressive account, and then it was like around like 700 profit or something like that on 0.1 lots, literally 0.1. It was, I think it was CAD USD probably. Yeah, USD CAD. Wait. It was on a, yeah, it's USD CAD. It was on downtrend. Yep, it's USD CAD. So is this Johnny, Nick, and Ricardo? What's it, guys?
So these are the guys, my friends
Where
from
you guys
Slack
from?
community.
Oh, from Brother Place. Okay.
Hello, I'm from Vietnam.
Oh, okay. Hello, Nick. How's it trading?
Still not profitable yet. I am learning from Raja Banks. Do you know him?
Yeah, I know. That's how I got like started in the first place. I think Raja was the first one I used to watch a lot. No, I
Okay.
started from Udemy and then I went to Raja's live stream. And then, yeah, and then I just moved to QBanks, General Savage, and Lamborao, I don't know. And then there's the Falcon Trading Guidance. I mean, I've been through a lot.
So
Courses here.
which one is the most effective for you?
I'll say just Tradingview and your MetaTrader 4. I think no course is effective. It just depends on you.
Whoa.
Honestly.
No, Nick, he's not being savage. He's actually honest. He's actually honest, because we actually had a conversation about this. We had a conversation about, you know, how, you know, people learn. If you look at Uncle Ted didn't learn from anybody going to anybody's like workshop, anybody's course or whatever. He actually learned looking at the charts, and it's like he stayed in front of the chart for weeks, for days, and just anticipated. He knew that he can't lose money, so he didn't look at trading in any monetary sorts of perspective. So when he wanted to learn the ins and outs of the trading, right? And that's how he's amazing. And he didn't go to any school, right? Like Kevin said, if you want to be really good at trading, man, the best thing is to stay in front of your terminal
through
and
those losses. That's
TradingView. Yes.
Yeah, just gotta go through those losses. I mean, without losses, bruh, there's no point trading.
Yeah.
There's actually there's actually no one who never lost and then make it big time. There's literally no one who like never lost or never blew their account, and they have to go through those in order to like finally make little bit money. Yeah, not much. Me, I don't let my account grow. I just like withdraw and finish it. Actually, I just pay my university, so it's just like every time it gets empty, it's never full. So yeah, this year probably I just like grow my account. Main goal.
Nick, don't worry, man. You're gonna get there. You're gonna get in the position that you know what.
You from talking. Hi.
What did you say? What did you say?
Anuj, your background music actually disturbs me while talking.
This makes me.
Disturbs me while I'm talking.
This background music makes me
like
focus.
get lost.
Makes me focus, to be honest. Nick, you know what? You're gonna get. I'm not kidding, man. But you're gonna get in that position where you will be trading independently, and you know what's happening in the market because you now know what the market is doing in the best way you could understand. So when you're gonna understand the market in the best way in your own language. When I say in your own language, I'm not saying probably Vietnamese or something, but I'm saying your core understanding of the market. When you're gonna have that,
Yeah.
man, yeah, honestly, when you're gonna have that
Yeah,
core
I see.
understanding of the market, dude, you will know when you're gonna hit when you're gonna hit loss, dude. You know when you're gonna hit profit. You know what's your target. You know what to do because you will know your needs, right? And the most important thing is you will know what your plan is, right? You will know. So for now, if you're worried you're not gaining any monetary goals, whatever, don't worry. You know, just paper trade. Honestly, Kevin and me, we paper traded for months and months, and we practiced. We shared an idea. What did you say?
Wait. I want to stop you there. I want to stop you there.
Yep.
Like, as you don't paper trade, you start with a $100 account or whatever you can afford to lose, and just go percentage wise or pip wise, and then see like whether you can actually profit or not. When don't paper trade, it's just like the emotion is not there.
I am trying to do the simulation. Now I'm just
don't
trying
do
to focus
simulation,
on.
just do live. Nick, don't do simulation or whatever. Just do like in real. Like suppose let's say you deposit $100. You start with $100, and then you actually set a time every day on specific hours like London session or pre-London or pre-New York, and let's just trade with that $100, and then yeah, grow from that. I mean, it's so easy to scale 100 to 500 to be honest with 0.1, and if you know you're profitable, that means like it's like so easy to go to 1 to 500. But the main problem is like when you're in
But
losses, like you can't control the losses. Like you can control the losses. Once you're in losses, you just keep on losing. So during that time, your experience comes in hand. So that can only be done through your live trading. So those emotions needs to be experienced. So that's the main thing. Only during losses or during consideration period, how will you react to market? Will you force your trade or will you not force your trade? Or will you just like wait for setup? So everything is like all through experience. So I'll say don't paper trade, use your live account.
Okay, so I'm gonna cut you there.
because
Kevin, that was good.
I'm
Good
trying
take.
to.
Oh, yep, Nick, go on, Nick.
Let Nick talk honest.
No. I was just gonna
Yeah,
give you.
I'm trying to do the.
Go on, Nick. Go on.
I'm trying to do the simulation, but because even on simulation I cannot get profitable, so I'm not so confident to get in with the real money. You know.
Okay, so
small accounts like something
Nick,
you will able to lose.
Kevin,
don't do simulation, don't do backdays, just do live but with low money.
Kevin, I'm just gonna cut you there.
Yeah. I also have a little account.
Nick, so you know what's the best thing? Nick, you have to find what you're comfortable with, Nick. That's the best thing, to be honest. Anybody can suggest you anything, right? But you have to find what's the best comfortable way to proceed with your trading trading span or trading career, whatever, or your hobby, right? You have to find the best You have to find the best comfortable situation for yourself. To be honest. I think that's the best suggestion.
Yes, yes.
So
yes.
for now, the market is we are 20 minutes in the London session market now already, and looking at the 4 hour. So 4 hour. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour, we have 1 hour and 30 minutes left for this 4 hour to close. Obviously, the market is trending up right now from yesterday's market. Obviously, we had this digital currency news in the Bank of England, which is a positive aspect for the currency to move up. And looking at 4 hour, 4 hour is heavily bullish. And we have 1 hour 30 minutes left for this candle to close. So another strong resistance or rejection level. Obviously, this 151,900 level is sort of acting like a rejection level. So previous 2 hour candle, as I also look at 2 hour candle for extra compliments and just for an extra information on what price is doing, right? So previous 2 hour candle actually closed below 151,900 level, which is a strong psychological level. And this current 2 hour level, current 2 hour candle is actually rejecting 151,900 level at this time. So there's no buys right here because the candle is bearish, right? So the best position to take a buy, let's see how we can take a buy. Okay, so let's go into the 1 hour. Previous 1 hour close.
Gold buy position now.
Are you in
Next time,
golds? Are you in
buy.
golds?
With 100 pips stop loss.
Uh-huh.
Yep. I'm entering right now.
Let me go to gold in a second. So 30 minute is going to close in 4 minutes. 30 minute is rejecting 151,900 psychological level. So this 15 minute is bearish. 5 minute is okay. 5 minute made that minus support right there. So we need to see some sort of support in 15 minute, right? So if this 15 minute can close bearish with further London volume, we may retest the highs. So for now, there's no buys, man. Obviously, this 15 minute and 30 minute is sort of respecting the previous 15 minute candles low, but we just gotta wait. Let's give it a go with the gold and see how the gold is moving. So our friend Kevin is already in gold's trade. Let's see what he's looking at. So gold is at the psychological level too. Just the 1 hour tapped 1767,460, 1767,460. So it's actually rejecting that level, and 1 hour has this support right here. Let's look at the 30 minute. Let's see what the 30 minute tells us. So the 30 minute, we have 3 more minutes left for this 30 minute to close. Obviously, it's rejecting that level. So, it's actually tapped 1767,350. If you look at the low of the current 30 minute candle, it just tapped 1767,350, which is also a psychological level. For me personally, there's no buys until now. Obviously, Kevin is a swinger, so Kevin is a Kevin has a different style of trading. So he says he's in a buy. From what
stop loss?
From what level are you in buys?
Yep.
What level?
So I entered at 176,610.
176.
610.
1769. 1769?
1769.610. Yep. 1769. Where's that? 1769.61. Stop loss 100 pips. Take profit 1800. You can make it 1806.
Yeah, I would stay away from buys right now.
Putting any TP.
I'm gonna stay away from buys right now.
It's just like 2% for this.
Are you looking at 1 minute?
290.
Are you looking at high time frame buys? Are you basing yourself?
S4, S1, and 15. It's a free play.
It's a fifth play. Okay. Yeah,
Wait, I'm checking the TP.
for me, I would personally wait for buys above 147, 5, 1. Sorry,
It's
1773,
perfect time for buys.
540.
0.05 for you. Wait, do 0.05. You were happy, like $50.
Nah, I'm not gonna
Okay,
break my trading plan. I'm in profit already.
really. Okay, it's alright. GJ is not giving me a re-entry yet.
So gold right now, it has a bearish structure. To be honest, for me, looking at the hourly, if it's gonna reject and close above the support, maybe there's a confluence for the buys. But for my trading plan, there's no buys. I'll be looking to see if there's any sell below. Yeah, I'll be looking to see if there's any sell around 147.67 level. So from there down below, but I'm just waiting, just waiting. There's no trade on gold for now. I'll be looking to see in GG if there's any chance. So as we discussed after the market opened, so the market may be grabbing its discounted price, and later it can further move up. But now, as of the current 1 hour bearish candle, there's no buys. We're just waiting. Let's look at now the 30-minute candle. As this hourly candle is going to close in next 28 minutes. Looking at 30 minute. So to the previous 30-minute close bearish, with the rejection to the upside on 151.900, which is a strong psychological level. And after 151.900 level, there's another target, another strong resistance around 152.060. So which is a strong, actually 065, let's call it 065, which is a strong rejection level. But the market right now is presenting to us as a bullish structure market. So the best thing to do is just wait. Just wait and see if there's going to be some sort of support forming for price to further continue up. I mean, if we don't get any buys right now, more than probably around a New York session or even pre-New York, we may get a push or a continuation through the 151.900 level, testing the daily high. More than probably, right? If the price is going to linger around this level, then only. If it's going to drop down below 151.710 level, man, it's not a good position to be in a buys right now. And if you're in a position, the best thing to do is to secure and just leave the rest of the position run. So just wait. I'm going to be back in a second. So, yep. Just give me a second. I'm going to mute myself.
Yo, Nick, how long have you been trading for?
I've been trading for 1 year.
Oh, okay. That means you know all the basics. You just have to like follow your instincts right now. Maybe
like,
just trust yourself more.
Keep changing all the time, changing the strategy, changing the method, the system. Like sometimes just confused.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. So like, just keep in mind.
Now I am.
You just like follow through.
Now I am reading this book, Price Action from Bob Vollman. Do you know that one?
I actually don't really read books. So I don't really know.
Okay. Like I watch videos
I
and
do have a lot of books.
read book.
Do you want me to share some PDF files of books? I have a lot of books regarding trading.
I have a lot of books too, but
I'll just like
can't read it all.
No, I'll just say it for you guys. You can read whenever you're free. Because I got a lot. I don't know where I caught it from. It's all brought through so many free stuff and from Raza and stuff like that.
Okay, and I'm back. Okay, so looking at JPY, we got a buy position around 151, 560 level when there was a lot of volume, so we did catch this position. We secured the position. Right now the market is a little bearish, so as we discussed, so the price may be rejecting 151,900 level right now, and for any further buys we need the candle, at least a lower time frame candle or 15-minute candle, to show some sort of support, and further rejection on the downside to move up, right? So at this point in time there's nothing much we can do except for just look at the chart, chill, have a conversation, and
Guys,
that's it, right?
I just shared the link to my books. You can have a look.
That's a lot of book, man. Thanks for sharing that resource, Kevin.
Wow, that is a lot. But yeah, yes. Too much to read.
Yeah, whenever you're bored, just have a look. I've only read one. A market pattern by, I don't know which. I forgot. Stop.
So Anu, are you going to do this Zoom section every day?
Yeah, more than likely I'll be doing it from Monday to Friday, London session stream. So if you guys would like to show up, you know, just show up. Maybe just at least 1.5 hour before London opens. So if the London opens up around 6:30 GMT, or if the London opens up at 8 GMT, I show up in front of the chart at least around 6:30 GMT. So if you come in early, you know, we can discuss the idea. You can see how our thought process works, and you're gonna have extra confluence. And if you want to take a trade, you can take a trade or whatever, you know. So yep, every day London session.
Okay.
We'll be more than happy
So
to
right
see
now
you,
we
Nick.
are waiting for the support to form, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So at this point in time, there's no trade. So if this is acting as a fake out, because 151,900 is obviously a strong psychological level. See, 151,900. So if you look at your chart, you can see that 151,900 is acting like a really strong psychological level. So if the 4-hour is sort of rejecting that level and is going back, the 4-hour, for example, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. So if the 4-hour right now is rejecting that level, because that was a price level where price rejected and went all the way down till 151,200. See, so the price actually repeats what happened historically, right? So price today in its intraday session in London session has achieved its target. If you look at it in a way of target, price actually have achieved its target. See, look at 151,700. It's tapped 151,700. Look at 151,800. It's tapped 151,800. Look at 151,900. It's tapped 151,900. Right. So the best thing right now is to wait for a support to form. Other than that, if there's any sales coming in, I'm looking for sales below 151,370. I'm not willing to take any sales here. Sales below 151,370. Until then, the bias is still bullish. See, because the market structure Nick, if you look at the market structure, it's still bullish market structure. This rejection, only one information here cannot tell us. Yeah, cannot tell us it's a sell or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gold is gonna fly, guys.
Gold is gonna fly.
Fly 3,600. Yep. Fly 367 pips. Hopefully by today night, maybe. Hopefully. Even the 4 hours nice, 1 hour is nice, 30 minutes nice, 15 minutes perfect. So yeah.
More than likely, Nick, if you're waiting for some sort of position, wait for buys, right? Or even if you're waiting for sales, wait for candles to come in a better position to take a better position, a better price to take a better position. Other than that, right now, look at the London market. It's retracing down, right? As we discussed before, when market opens up, market still wants to get its premium price or still wants to get its discounted price. So the market may be getting its discounted price to further move up. So we need some sort of support to form in like 30 or even 15-minute candle. So this 15-minute candle, the previous 15-minute candle closed with no wick on the downside.
Yep.
So that's a good sign. But no buys
Buying
yet.
GJ now. Guys.
You're buying GJ now?
Buying GJ now. Right now. Yep. It's 20 pip stop loss. Boom.
Are you working with Fibonacci?
51, 61.5. Yep.
Working with Fib?
Only Fib. See?
So this 2 hours. So looking at this 2 hour candle. So if you look at this 2 hour candle right here, it's actually making its lower wick, right? So I look at 2 hour as well. So this 2 hour is making its lower wick. So what it might be doing, it's grabbing its liquidity to further continue up, because around the London open time, the volume time was huge, was pretty huge. So if this is a liquidity grab, man, there's gonna be a lot of upside. We can definitely achieve 152 or 65 and then further up, right? So we just gotta wait for some sort of support to form before we take any buys, because the candle is still open, right? The candle is still open. So let's look at hourly candle. Hourly is still bearish. 4 hour. So there's 1 more hour left, 1 hour and 18 minutes left for this 4 hour to close. And the 4 hour is still bullish, by the way. Okay, so the 30-minute is going to close in 18 more minutes. The 30-minute is rejecting 151, 610, 620 level on the downside to move up. But we need to see smaller time frame. Let's look at the smaller time frame. So the 15-minute is going to close in 3 more minutes. Let's look at 5 minutes. Okay, so current 5 minute is bullish. And the 1 minute is forming some sort of support, obviously. So on the higher time frame, we still need to see some sort of volume push for a consistent market. We still need to see some sort of volume push for a consistent market. Let's see.
Manoj, what's your IG name?
My IG name is Peeling Mindset. It's Peeling Mindset. It's Peeling.
Peeling Mindset. Peeling Mindset, bro.
Peeling Mindset. Insta. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna post that we actually won. Oh no, you know what? I'm gonna use
is supposed to fly.
Yeah, because current 1
Just
hour.
5-6 pips in profit. Shit.
Let's see, GJ buys.
Oh no, yeah, change your background music, bro. Please.
I love this
For the
music,
love
bro.
of God.
I love this music, bro. Send me a playlist, a copyright free playlist. I'm gonna play it. But you gotta send it to me.
Even the 1 minute is so nice. 5 minutes. Okay. 15
So
minutes.
GBP JPY. Let's
Okay.
look at the market one more time. So the 4 hour is rejecting 151,900.
Perfect.
4 hour is still bullish. There's 1 hour and 14 minutes left for this 4 hour to close. Let's look at the 2 hour. So looking at the 2 hour is actually bearish, but is actually rejecting 151,620 level on the downside to further move up. Obviously, in around London open time, we got a huge volume pushing the candle all the way up till its intraday target. So we actually secured some of the position, but now currently the market, obviously the market structure is bullish. So we need some sort of support to form for any buys, right? Other than that, we're just waiting.
One hour ago, you took a nice setup here. Buy setup.
Buy setup.
The buy stop. Was it a buy stop or was it like impulse?
At the first, I took a buy setup, buy stop. So what happened was when I was in front of the chart, so in my back of the head, this here was a range. This here was a range. So what I needed was the price to leave this level, right? Or either break and close above. So this candle obviously closed somewhere around the resistance, which was not ideal, obviously. So this candle right here started leaving the zone with its lower wick. But what I needed was not only a lower wick rejecting this range, but I needed a candle closing above, which I didn't get. So I still waited because no confirmation, no trade. You need to have sets of confirmation, right? So the next candle obviously made its lower wick, and then it started moving up, obviously broke the high. So that's when the first position came in. I took the position and it was low risk because obviously I knew the price can easily go back in the range, but I was counting on pre-London volume. So what I did was I took a position here. Once the price started retracing back in the range, I closed 50% of the position. So what I did was I let the position run because I was still anticipating a volume. So the next candle, what the next candle did was this candle right here, this huge volume candle. What it did was it made its lower wick and once again started breaking the high of the previous candle, right? So in my head, the structure is bullish, and I gave my trade all of the reasons, all of the possible reason to work, and I have the confluence is rejecting this range. So what's the next thing, right? I'll give my trade a second chance. So I added back my volume around this level right here. So, and the price just moved up. That was it. It was actually easy trade, nothing hard. The idea was very simple idea.
Oh, for all those traders out there, delete your Instagram. Honestly, it helps you a lot in trading. Even though it's better, the good rate, you just keep on posting your stories and then be like so cool and stuff. But in reality, you just been hitting your stoppers and stuff like that.
True.
Just go incog mode for at least a month, and then your trading history is like so smooth and so untouched. Let's say my history will be pure if there's no Instagram or any social media. See, I just installed this Instagram yesterday, and then I'm just like posting stories and stuff like that.
Guys, don't listen to Kevin. He uses Instagram 24/7. You don't listen to Kevin. If you trade, you can use Instagram. This guy, Kevin is a
Don't use
Kevin
Instagram.
is an Instagram flower. He doesn't love Instagram. That's why he doesn't use Instagram. If you love Instagram, you can use it.
Oh, Zani, you're welcome, bro. You're welcome anytime.
Thank you,
I was just,
everyone.
like, pop on your
Unfortunately,
video and just talk,
I came late for the move, but still learned something. Oh, thank you, Johnny. That's just amazing. You know how you're coming up and showing support. It's just amazing, man. So that's the thing. You know, you learn something every day. You come to the market. You come in front of your chart. You talk to yourself. You learn something and you get out. You know, you don't need to necessarily gain something in a monetary value. You can gain something in. Oh, the gold is going. Okay, you can gain something in like in a knowledgeable value too. Ooh, you entered in around 1,769,610, isn't it? Ooh, man,
1769.610.
that was a good trade, Kevin.
Perfecto.
Good call. Good call.
Already 0.5. No, the TP is 360 pips. So yep.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, Johnny, just show up every day, man. You know. So as I said, you know, we're gonna be streaming here. So I'm gonna have my friend Kevin coming over sometimes, and he's really good with fibs. Actually, he has grown his account using fibs, so we can get some insights out of Kevin, and obviously I will help you guys along too. I'll just pass out every knowledge that I have because I'm more than happy to help anybody who is in need of education, right? So it's just amazing, Johnny. Thank you for showing up.
Where are you from, Johnny? Johnny, are you Johnny English?
Well, folks, time to kick it old school. So you can feel cool.
Oh yeah, 100%, man.
Do you guys hold any crypto?
Yeah.
Any cryptocurrency?
Yep, Kevin is a crypto holder too.
Yes, I've been yeah,
Yeah.
been
Which
holding
one? Which
since
one are you
12K.
holding up?
Just Bitcoin. Just Bitcoin for now.
Just Bitcoin.
Yep.
I'm holding some Ripple now.
Ripple? Hmm. I don't mean to scare you, but I will say Ripple is a no-go for now. I think it's gonna drop. Oh yeah, voicemail.
You think it's gonna
Yes.
drop?
Yeah. I'll go for dogs. Currently sitting at 69. I think I see. I'm not sure.
What is that?
BTC, Bitcoin.
Okay. I didn't see it. How to zoom in your window
I'm just trying to.
on Zoom?
I don't really know. I just like monitor rather.
Pin
No
that.
big
Ah,
deal.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
I'm negative 6.60. So okay.
Okay.
Based on yesterday's. Yeah. Where are you buying it from? What app are you using?
Binance.
Or Binance?
Yeah, Binance. And I also holding some other coins, some shit coins. Just FOMO, make
Oh,
some money already. So I just withdraw all of my capital. So only keep the profit in there and let it run.
How much did you invest?
Huh?
Did you invest?
I'm sorry, Kelvin. What did you say?
I'm saying like how much did you invest?
How much?
Yeah.
Total around 5,000 US.
Wow, that's a lot. So when
Yeah,
you get in
I
Forex?
diversify in. No, I don't invest any in Forex. I just have a very small account, about around $500. But I don't trade much because trading is so difficult. I keep losing money. So just trying to do the simulation to get confident first.
Yeah, man. Whatever is
Yeah,
comfortable for
take
you,
your
you
time, bro.
know. So whatever is the best comfortable way, just follow that, Nick. You know, if you want to simulate for next 1 month by taking breaks in between, just do it. But don't be crazy in simulation, because I know some of the guys they just go full on with simulation. They go like day and night simulation, but they're winning, and in like a virtual reality. You know what I mean? When they're winning in simulation, so you better back test with the live market. Being in front of the market and anticipating then is
Yeah,
way
yeah.
more better than just simulating, to be honest.
Yeah, my problem is that I am still not winning on simulation, so
Oh yeah, what's the
that's
problem?
pretty bad.
Is it that you don't know in simulation when is the market open times, or are you going random times with simulation? Or because when you simulate, obviously you work with your broker's terminal, and the broker's terminal have like different times than our real trading view time. So is that the problem or something?
No. I can know the time in simulation, and I only simulate on London session on simulation. But I think that my problem is still my analysis and yeah, probably the technical analysis is still not good. I don't know. I got stopped out a lot of times.
Maybe the stop loss is too small or something.
Yeah, I try to follow Raja's strategy, and
Yep.
every time I watch his simulation session every weekend, every 2 weeks,
Yep.
he made it seem so easy. But when I come to do it on my own, it's pretty hard.
Oh yeah, Kevin's writing in the message that write a journal, make a reason book. Oh, that's one of the best ways to learn. Nick, you have to start writing a journal about your simulation sessions too. It actually helps.
Yeah. Probably, yeah.
Yeah, you should. For example, when you make a journal about your simulation session, you should journal it the same way you would trade. You know, maybe you put in what sort of lot you used, why you used that lot. You gotta write maybe, and in another column you write about the market structure. Was the market structure bullish or bearish, or was the market structure consolidating? And in the next column, write down, I saw a potential support, or maybe write down when you execute on the next column, and just work with that, man. Because just losing 100% is not a good thing, you know. Despite its simulation, is not a good thing. You got to work that out somehow.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe next time you do simulation, try and do the journal thing, and see if it's gonna help you in any ways. If it's gonna help you, come back and tell us it helped you. If it didn't, you need to do some kind of modification. Just talk to us. So at this point in time, GJ is rejecting 151,900 level on the top, and the hourly close bearish. So the 4-hour has one more hour left. One more hour left to close. So let's see what happens. Was this a fake out that the price is doing?
What private message, eh?
We have Ricardo Allo PP, or we have Ricardo Lopez here too. We haven't heard from Ricardo. Actually, Ricardo gave me a thumbs up and a comment on YouTube, so thank you, Ricardo.
What? While you mute and unmute everyone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just like trying to mute and unmute me.
Okay. No. Uh,
Yep. Aussie USD longs. I'm finding too many longs today. Aussie USD longs, 10 pip stop loss. What the fuck? Stop loss, oh yeah.
Thank you, Ricardo, for showing up, man. We will see you next time. That's okay if you have to head off. Have a nice day. Have a nice night wherever you are. May we talk next time. And thank you so much, Ricardo.
Anui. Yeah. When do you determine that the support is formed? For example, now if there is a one bullish candle to be formed, then you will determine that there's a support formed.
So how do we find support? Is, for example, if you look over here, can you see my screen right now?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So this here, this is in perfect example of support. So what price did was, this was sort of a range. So let me annotate so that you can understand better. So this right here was a resistance before. So this bullish candle broke above. See how it broke above this level? It actually broke above, right? So after breaking up, it retested down.
Yes.
Retested down, sort of retesting the broken previous level. And it actually, so this level, so the idea about support is, it's like, it's a level which is actually sort of holding the price from going down, right? It's actually supporting the price for the move up. So support is somewhere from where the price is moving up. That's the idea about support. So if you look over here, this is the level from where the price started moving up. If you look at that, because the price was going down, it was going down, it was bearish, it was retesting the previously broken level. So if this level is the price from where, if that is a level from where the price starts moving up, that is a support. So support necessarily doesn't have to be like correct for everybody else. For example, if this is my support, this right here, maybe that's not somebody else's support. You know what I mean? So support and resistance, it's always subjective. So I can say, you know what? Hey, this is my resistance. So when the price is gonna reach that level, it has to go down. So it's subjective, you know. So support and resistance is sort of like a subjective idea. But you can say, for example, this was a valid support, this right here, because this is the level from where the price started moving up. See, so that's a valid support. And you can say, for example, for now, this is a major resistance, because that's the level from where price has started moving down, right? So that's a resistance level for me. So that's how you should define it. So if somebody else comes to you and tells you, hey, you know what, this is my support, I mean, you can say, no, that's not a support for me too. So it's subjective idea. So that's how you find support and resistance. Usually for support and resistance, what I do is I go down to lower time frames. So you see that this level right here was a support level from where the price started moving up, right? So that's how you find the support. For now, there is no support right now in the current market situation. There's nothing telling us that a support has been formed. So what I do in my trading plan is I wait for the support to form at least in like 30 or 15-minute candle to support my bias. So if my bias is still bullish, I'm waiting for buys. What I do is I wait for the candle to close. So the candle has to close in your direction, not go in your direction, but first has to close in your direction. That's how a support is established. So if you look at the market right now, it may seem as if this is a support. So this is only a potential support. There's no guarantee that this is going to be 100% a support because we don't know. We don't know the future. See? So what we can do is we can see that this is the level price is rejecting now. So more than likely, if the candle is going to close bullish, if the current 30-minute candle is going to close bullish around this level, hey, you know what? This can be a support after all. So that's how you find a support level. And you don't just take a buy after you see a support. You have to wait for the candle to make a proper structure and then start moving in your direction before you take any trade. So at this point in time, that support is invalid. See, so you have to see a candle close to say, you know what, a support has been established. If the candle doesn't close, there's no support established. Do you know what I mean, Nick? Do you see something?
Yes. But what did you mean by wait for the candle to form the structure? I see that, for example, if this candle close.
Yep. Go on.
Okay. When this candle closed bullish.
Yep.
Then it's gonna be determined that the support is formed. But sometimes it formed the support like one bullish candle, but after that it's retraced more. And you know what I mean. Sometimes it have two legs retracement, like it retrace and come up a little bit and then retrace back down. So I get caught a lot of time during that retracement.
Okay, so what I do is sometimes, you know, because the probability, because the win and the loss in the trade is just a probability at the end of the day. So if you're going to take for example, I'll just give you an example, the live example of today's market. If you look at this, this market structure right here. So if I was taking this trade 10 times, out of 10 times, maybe I would win at least 6 times. You know what I mean? So if the candle, I'll give you a better example. Just give me a second. So it's just an odd too. At the end of the day, it's not that you're going to win with the same setup every time. So for example, if I'm looking for support, sorry. So if I'm looking for support, there is no 100% chance that I'm going to win like 10 out of 10 times. You know what I mean? So the probability dictates that we may win 6 out of 10 times, or maybe even sometimes 5 out of 10 times because of the market. So other 4 times when you're going to lose, you have to just stay away from the market and you got to say, you know what, the market is ranging, or you got to say what, you know what, there's no volume. So that's what you got to say to yourself. So this is a good example right here. Let me draw it out for you. So if you look at this level, now after this hourly candle closed, this was a really strong support because we know in higher time frame, if it closes in a certain direction, if it closes and gives us a support in higher time frame, it supports our bias, or it gives us some sort of detail, right? So this right here was a very strong support. So if you had taken a buy, for example, you didn't wait for any sorts of candle formation, you didn't wait for the candle to make its lower wick or its top wick, you just took a trade right when this candle closed and right when this candle opened up, right? In this setup, maybe you won if your stop loss was below this support, but you are waiting for the candle to form its proper structure. For example, I'll give you 2 situations. First situation where you will take a position right when this candle closes. Sorry. Right when this candle closes. Okay, if you take a position here, it's too risky right away because you don't know until where this candle is going to retrace. So you have to wait for the candle to make its lower wick before it goes up. That's the best position to be. So watch this. You wait for this candle to close, and this next candle, you don't take entry right away after the support's been established. You wait for this candle to make a proper structure, even if it starts breaking this high of this hourly candle, right? You wait for the low, and after the low has been made, the candle's gonna flip up. Now that's when you take a position, and that's a proper setup, right? Where you have a proper stop loss below a support, and you're not just entering right away. That has much more reasoning, much more confluence into it. You know what I mean? So that's why you gotta wait for the candle close, and specifically you gotta wait for the candle close and the next candle to move towards your direction after that market structure or after that candle structure. Are you getting something I'm saying?
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that. Yeah, that is important point.
Yep, 100%, man. So, so the problem with me was when I was trading. So in the back of my head, I used to think that, you know what, I know I can. I'm really good with support and resistance. I was actually really good with support and resistance. But the only thing was, I could see a support forming, but I would execute too early. So there is a thing executing too early. If you look at yourself, and if you question yourself, am I trading too early? Maybe that's the reason. Maybe you're trading too early. That's why in simulation sometimes you're losing, right? So maybe you're trading too early. So any trade around here right after this candle close would be early, and you gotta wait for the candle structure. So that was my problem. I would never wait for a proper candle structure, and I would just execute anticipating a support, and I would say, you know what, the candle's gonna respect that support, and let's just take a position right away right now. I don't want to miss out on it, so which was a bad idea. So you gotta wait for proper candle body formation, and especially in higher time frame, that could be a 1 hour. So you wait for the hour candle to make a proper structure before it moves towards your direction. Do you get the idea now?
Yes. Absolutely, my man. That is very important. Do you see that London session is more difficult to trade? It seems that during New York session is easier to find clean traffic before that.
Alright guys, I'll be going.
I was saying that. Do you see that? Bye bye, Kevin. Bye bye. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I was saying that. Yeah. I was saying that. Did you find that? Do you find that New York section is easier to trade than London? Because I see during London.
Yep. Go on.
Before London open, before London open, it was Asian section, right? And we know that Asian is very choppy, it's consolidating. So when we take a trade, we usually look left to see whether there was a clean traffic move to take the trade. But because during London session, on the left it was Asian session move, and Asian is very choppy, and it's very difficult for us to look on the left side and to see any clean traffic on the left side if we trade London. That is what I see. Trading London is very difficult. I'm not sure if you understand what I'm.
Oh,
what
no,
I'm trying to say.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah, usually around. So, so this is the thing. So, if this was the Tokyo market, if this was the London market, if this was the New York market. So usually around Tokyo, there's a lot of consolidation, but sometimes we do see breakouts. So consolidation
Right.
is actually a good thing,
Yes.
because consolidation means there's orders coming in the market. So the orders hasn't been settled up. Or in London, so the question you asked was, is London difficult or New York difficult, right? So I would say any session with high volume is
Yes.
difficult. For example, in Tokyo, sometimes when you see a lot of volume, it's difficult because it's unseen, or it's something that doesn't happen every day. You know what I mean? So in London, if there's a lot of volume, it is dangerous, because if you're in a trade in a opposite direction and you don't know your risk, you are gone, man. If you don't know your risk, if you don't have a trading plan. So
Right,
same
right,
thing
right.
with the New York. If there's a lot of volume and you don't have a trading plan, and if you're just trading out of your hunch, or you're saying, you know what, I'm gonna flip a coin, I'm gonna take a buy, and I don't know my risk, I'm just gonna leave my position open with a no fixed stop loss, no fixed take profit, you are gone. So the best idea here is London hard or New York hard is you gotta backtest London, and you gotta see how London moves in pre-market. So pre, and this is the open, right? So pre and open, you have to backtest specifically pre and open, and you're gonna get used to the pre. Oh, you know what? I know in pre sometimes there's volume, not every time, and you're gonna see at around open there's a lot of volume, and you're gonna see similarities, right? So that's how you're familiar with the London market, even if there's a lot of volume. So none of the session, not London, not New York, none of these are hard, to be honest. Once you get familiar with it, once you know how the candle moves, once you know the ins and out of 4 hour, ins and out of 1 hour, ins and out of 30 minute, you are good, man. Because you know your trading plan at the end of the day, because trading is a result of probability. You know what I'm saying? So you have to have a big sample size of trades. So you need to trade 100 times to actually see if your specific setup works or not. You cannot say, oh, you know what, London is hard because there's the ranging market. Ranging market is good. If there's a ranging market, if there's a ranging traffic on the left hand side and the market is still ranging, that's good, because in either of these sessions, either on London session or either on New York session, you're going to get the break. So we are just waiting for break. See, it's breaking. We are waiting for break.
Yes.
And we are waiting for retest. So this potentially can be a retest. So if this hourly candle closes with the support, if this is a support, this could be a retest, and the price could further go up, right? So in today's New York session, this is looking so good for New York session, to be honest. If this support forms, man, because the market is bullish, it's going to continue up, feel that top of the daily range. So that's the thing about London. About New York, the same thing.
Okay.
You have to know what happens in the pre. You have to know what happens in the open. And if there's any volatile news, man, you don't want to trade any session. Honestly, trust me. If there's like a major news happening in London, if the Bank of England is deciding some sort of new country policy about interest or whatever, you don't want to trade. It's too dangerous. So any session with a lot of volume, a lot of volatility, to be precise, you obviously need a lot of volume to be profitable. But if there's a lot of volatility, you don't want to be in the session. That's my take on, is London difficult or New York? None of this is difficult. You just have to get used to the pre and open market. You have to tally the economical news calendar so that you know what's happening in a fundamental
Yeah.
level too. That's one of the things, man.
Yeah. Actually, my best time to trade is London, because it's the afternoon here in my time, so that is the best time for me to trade. So I don't want to trade New York because it's not good time for me. But I tried London and I find London is pretty difficult because the move is wild and sometimes it's hit my stop loss. So I'm trying to get familiar with it. Before, because Raja is always do the live stream on New York and he usually do the simulation for New York session. So it's
Yep.
pretty difficult for me to understand the London time move. So it is good to get someone who will do the Zoom session for London. So I'm happy
Oh, yeah,
when
yeah,
I
yeah,
saw,
yeah, yeah.
you know,
Yeah, 100%. We can do that. We can do that. So maybe.
I
Yeah.
participated. Yeah,
Yep. Go on.
and you know, I kind of lost confidence in trading because I didn't make any money of it. So pretty, you know, losing some confidence. So what do you feel about trading? Is that easy to make money as Raja is saying?
Man. So I'll tell you this. So
Because
trading.
he's
So-
a mentor, so of course he.
Yeah, this is something this is my take on if making money out of trading is easy. So trading is just like another business, you know what I mean? So if somebody's gonna come to me in my restaurant
Yes.
and somebody's gonna tell me sorry. If somebody's gonna come to my restaurant and somebody's gonna tell me, hey man, you've been having crazy sales throughout the summer, and I think you make the same sales in winter and you make the same money, you are rich throughout the month. That's not how trading works, man. No, it's just a business. It's just like a business. So making money in business at the beginning is hard because you don't know how the business operates. You have to get used to the business. You have to get used to the ins and out. You have to know when is the time to put in your money. You have to know when is the time to take your money out, right? All sorts of things. So at the beginning, it's going to be hard. If you're going to think about more monetary aspects, it's going to be a long road, to be honest. If you're going to think, you know what, I'm going to master the trade, I'm going to master trading Forex, but I'm not looking for any monetary aspect. I'm not looking to earn any $1,000 right at the beginning. You have to give yourself time. Honestly, you have to give yourself some time. So what I did was when I was learning, I learned and I was actually making money out of money after money. So I was actually trading based on high time frames only, like Kevin, and I was making money. But all of a sudden, when I put a lot of money in, so I lost everything. I lost every single thing. So when you look at trading in the beginning, in more monetary aspects, man, it's going to be a big, long road. So rather look at trading in terms of, you know, can you actually master your strategy, or can you master candle reading? If you're going to master that, earning money is nothing, man. It's just storytelling, to be honest. I'm doing these streams just to have fun because I can make money out of trading just by sitting on my desk, just talking to nobody. You know what I mean? So you gotta sort of find ways to have fun in the market, and once you master your knowledge, once you're confident in what you know, it's like you know your business, so you know how to multiply your business later. So yeah, I'm actually Kevin. We are earning good money. You know, we actually live in the same state here. We are actually in Australia right now. So we actually hang around.
Oh,
sometimes.
you're in Australia?
Yeah, we are in Australia. Me and Kevin. So we hang around sometimes. We share our trade. We go for dinners, whatever, you know. And
so do you trade Asian also?
No, I don't trade Asian. I don't like Asian at all. I used to trade Asian, but no Asian. No Asian for me. No Asian for me.
Okay. London is a better move to catch some pips.
Yeah, London. I can tell you this: with pound yen, London is the best. With pound yen, to be honest. For me, at least, you know what I mean. I trade London and New York, both of the sessions, but London has been really good for me. I mean, sometimes New York is too late for me because it's gonna be night here, and when I get a chance, I trade New York. Otherwise, just London. So now look at this.
New York is gonna be like dinner time for me, so I don't want to trade. Because at nighttime I want to spend I want to spend my time with my son and my family. So
Yep.
I only want to trade London. So it's great to have some fellows to trade during London. You know,
Yep.
especially someone who is experienced, who I can learn from.
Yep.
So really, thank you for this.
No worries, Nick. So if you look at the market right now, the 30-minute is creating a potential support. It has to close to establish its support at the first, like we discussed. So price rejected 151,900. So market structure is bullish. If you look at this, if the 30-minute is going to close bullish and the next 30-minute makes a lower wick before continuing up, man, that's the trade you're looking for. That's the trade you're looking for. Now you're 1.5 hours in the London market. So the markets in London, they have grabbed their discounted price or their premium price. Now after grabbing the premium price, now price has started moving up. So we gotta wait one more minute to see how market is perceiving the price right now, right? So the best thing to do, so I'm gonna stay here for maybe next 10 to 15 minutes because I've taken my position already, you know what I mean? So there's 30 more minutes left for this 4-hour candle to close. So there's another information, Nick, as you're starting to grasp some ideas about how candle moves. So sometimes 4-hour, the end of the 4-hour, either there's a lot of volume towards the biased direction of the market, or either it rejects and leaves a wick for the next 4-hour candle to fulfill. So to simplify that, so this 4-hour is around this level. So two things can happen. Either there's going to be a lot of volume and the candle is going to fill all of the wick, or so what's going to do is prices around this level, it's going to reject and close around 151,710, and the next 4-hour candle is going to make its lower wick and it's going to continue up and fill the whole wick that has been presented in the London market. So that's something you have to look after for, right? So you cannot just say, you know what, I'm going to take a buy right now because the 30-minute is looking pretty. No, you can't say that because the 4-hour is coming into close. You have to keep 4-hour in the back of your head. So as we discussed, see, the London market is grabbing its premium price right now. Do you see that? And it went up. So more than likely price can break this level and fill the wick and maybe even tap 152 or 65 today. So that's the intraday session target for buys for New York. And for sales, obviously price has to close below 151,620 for New York sessions sell bias. So for now, there's nothing, to be honest. You just gotta wait because the 4-hour is coming into close. It's dangerous to take a buy here. Oh, we got Steve Martin here in the Zoom. That's good. Welcome, Steve. So we were trading the London session. We took a position. So we had Nick and some of the other fellas coming in. We had a good discussion. We talked about how we were breaking down the charts, how we were reading the market. So it was a good session, Steve. You showed up late, but still, thank you for your support, Steve. Thank you for coming in the Zoom session, YouTube session. So thank you for coming in. Right now, there's nothing much. I'll be leaving in like next 10 minutes. So let's look at the chat. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Steve, for coming in. So actually, I'm streaming on the YouTube as well. I will send you the link if you like to subscribe, or even give me a thumbs up. Okay, looks like I'm gonna take a break. Nick, that was amazing, man. Thank you for coming in the show. Thank you for coming in and being with us for the London session. That was amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'll see you
thank you.
tomorrow.
Yeah, 100%. We will see you guys tomorrow. So it's gonna be under my name.
Okay, tomorrow.
Yep. So take a break.
How do I pronounce your name? Anui? Anui?
It's actually Anuj. Anuj. Anuj, or you can call me AK.
Anuj.
AK-47.
AK, okay, AK.
Yep.
Much easier for me. AK,
Yeah, AK.
okay.
AK.
AK.
So we'll see you. Steve, man, you showed up late. But we'll see you next time. Hey,
Yes.
Steve.
Okay, thank you. I will.
Yeah, 100%. All right,
Okay,
so
bye-bye,
see you
Steve.
guys.
Bye-bye,
Take care.
AK.
Have a lovely, lovely
See you
day.
tomorrow,
Hey,
guys.
take care. Take care.
You too. You too. Take care. Bye bye.
Sure.